Hello friends, welcome to another video on my YouTube channel, and in this video we will cover different types of prompts provided by the LangChain. So after this video I will cover chains. In that video you will see how to use this prompt to invoke LLMs. For this video we will just keep the concept about prompts. So if you have seen my previous video about prompts, I have recorded two videos in which I have explained different types of prompt and their templates. So I have there explained zero shot, few shot, message placeholder, and many other types of prompting techniques, on which few of them we will see in this demo. So let us start. So LangChain provides different classes for generating different types of prompts. So first one is prompt template. Here you can just create a simple prompt in which you can provide various input variables. So for example, in this prompt I have provided an input variable as topic, and this is my template. So in this template, as you can see, I have mentioned the same variable name here. So whenever you will be invoking this prompt, this is the method. Format method is used to invoke the prompt, in which you can pass the values for those variables, and it will just replace the variable in the prompt. So as you can see, if I execute this block, this is the output, right? So as you can see here, the topic is replaced by HTTP caching. In the same manner, you can provide multiple variables in a prompt template. So for example, in this prompt, I have provided two variables, topic and word count, and both of them I am providing while invoking the prompt. So by invoking means I'm just formatting the prompt and just replacing the variable values in the prompt. So as you can see, the output here is the variables HTTP caching as well as the word count, which is 100, is replaced in the prompt. So after this is created, these prompt can be passed to LLM model, which we will see in the next video. Another type of prompt template provided by the LangChain is ChatPromptTemplate. So if you remember from my previous video, the theory video, I have explained the ChatPromptTemplate as well, where you provide a message format to the LLM. So here you provide the prompt in a chat-based manner, where you put the prompt in a chatting based between a system and a human, or maybe with another person as well. So here there are two messages. First of all, first one is system, which is saying you are a senior backend engineer. So this is system prompt. Then another prompt is human prompt, in which we are asking the LLM to explain a topic on a real world analogy. So here again, concept is a variable. As you can see, the format of concept is like a variable, and you can then pass this variable value while formatting the prompt as like this. So this is a chat prompt template, right? So here the function name is a bit different, which is format messages, in which you can just pass the concept variable value, which is I have been passing as a load balancer. Now there are two ways to invoke this prompt. First is using this format message function, and the second one is using this invoke function. So both of them can be used to create the prompt from a prompt template, and both of them can be used to pass to LLM, but the output they return are different. So here in the format messages method, it will return you a system message class, in which it will just provide you all the prompt. So if you will see the first output here, as you can see, this is the array of system message class, and the first content is from the system. So as you saw, first message I have provided for the system, right? So I am saying system here and human here. So this is explanatory for the LangChain, that this is the prompt for a system prompt, and this is a prompt from a human. So that is why this particular message that you have been providing is written in a system message prompt. Then there are some metadata and everything. Then as you can see, because of this human, another message that is going in the prompt is human message, right? Same thing will happen with this invoke method only also, but it will just provide you a key value pair, where the value will be same as you have seen in the first output, only the key will be messages. So here the same thing is there, only the way output is coming is different. So as you can see here as well, we have first a system message, which is saying you are a senior backend engineer, and then a human message, which is asking to explain a concept on load balancer. So this is how chat prompt templates can be created in LangChain. Then there are system message prompt templates. So system message prompt templates are like simple prompt templates. So here you can just use them like a string prompt templates. So here I am just saying you are a strict code reviewer, and it will just create a system message prompt template. So as you can see here, by passing the system as a key in this chat prompt template, it's returning me in the output a system message, right? Same thing is coming here. So if you will see after the formatting of message, if I am printing it, you can see system message is coming as an output, which is same as here. So if you want to just create a system message explicitly, you can use this system message prompt template instead of directly doing things like that. Then again, like system message prompt template, you have again human message prompt template as well, which will in output will provide a human message prompt like this. So it's used in a very similar manner as system message prompt template like this. Here you can also provide a simple prompt or simple string, and you can also provide variables in it. So here I didn't provide any variable, but you can do that as well. Here also you can provide a variable and you can just pass the value at the runtime. So again, it will just provide you a human message prompt template as we have seen earlier here in the second message. So if you want to create these types of prompt templates explicitly, you can also do that, or you can just directly use chat prompt template like this to create this kind of chatty behavior. Then again, there is a AI message prompt template. This is generally a prompt template that is written to you. So we will see this in the next video. So whenever you pass a prompt to an LLM, it also returns you the answer, right? That answer comes in AI message format. This behavior we will see in the further videos. But here, if you want to create a AI message prompt template, this can be used to tell the LLM that this was the response given by you. So as you can see in the chat message prompt template, right now we have provided the system and human, right? So system means this is a system prompt, like this cannot be overridden by the human prompt and everything. And this is a human prompt, which is asking to explain a concept. So chat can be three-way, right? One is system prompt, then human prompt, then the answer written by the AI, which will come in the AI prompt. So this AI message prompt can be used for that. If you want to include the response written by the LLM model in the chat as well, then you can use this kind of prompt template. Then there is FewShotPromptTemplate. So if you remember from my previous videos, I have explained you 0-shot, 1-shot and few-shot prompt templating, right? Prompt templating. So this is one example on that using LangChain. So in few-shot prompt template, if you remember, we provide few examples, and then based on those examples, LLM builds context and returns you the response. So let's look into it. So this is the class provided by the LangChain. So these are the examples. For example, input was this, output was this. So basically, in this example, I'm just categorizing the problem into different categories. So for example, bug in a code the category will be, for example, software, and payment failure, for example, the category will be finance, right? So this is the example I'm giving to the LLM. So in the prompt templates, I'm creating a simple prompt template in which I'm providing input variables as input and output, and this is my prompt template. So my text, I'm providing my input in the text key, and I will be getting my output in the category key, like this only. So now in FewShotPromptTemplate, I can just provide my examples like this. So there are different params you can pass. In the examples, you can just pass the dictionary of your examples, then example prompt, which is my simple prompt template, then suffix and input variables. In this, if you will see, we are first providing the examples. These are the examples that I have written here, and then this is the example prompt. So this basically tells what is the template for the examples I have given. So in my examples, as you can see, all the examples are following a definite structure, right? I am providing an input, and output is the category for that particular input, right? So this is the template I am providing. I'm just telling LLM that whatever examples I am providing, they follow this particular prompt template. So this is the example prompt template which all the inputs will follow. Then I will be providing my actual prompt. So here I have provided a variable, input variable called text, which follows the same thing, right? So here, as you can see, in this template, I am providing this text input and then category output, right? So same thing I will be following here, because all the examples as well as the new input will follow the same prompt template. So as you can see, this is exactly same. In this, I have provided a variable text for which I will be defining here. So my input variable is text, and for which the value I am giving while formatting the prompt. So as you can see, after running all this, if you will see the output of this prompt template, you can see first it gives the example. For example, as you can see here, text is backend code, then category is software, then another example which is payment field and category finance, and then the prompt that I am passing to the LLM, which is debugging errors, and we are expecting the output of category from the LLM. So this is how you can create few short prompt templates in a LangChain. You can try different types here on your own. Now FewShot can be created using chat message prompt templates as well. So this was like a simple FewShot prompt template. You can use this FewShot prompt template using chat messages as well. So these are my examples again, in which I am providing the example in a chat based manner, where input is this, then output from the LLM is this, and similarly for the other example. Now I am creating an example prompt in similar manner I have created here using a simple prompt template. Now here I am using chat prompt template instead of simple prompt template. So I am creating them using this from messages function. So as you can see, I am providing the human message prompt template and AI message prompt template explicitly here. If you will remember, if you see in the previous simple chat based prompt template, I was using this system and human strings here, right, to define which prompt is system based prompt and which prompt is human based prompt. Similarly, I also created these prompt explicitly using system message prompt templates and so on, right? Now in this, I'm using these classes explicitly instead of passing that system and human strings. So as you can see, I'm using those classes. This prompt, this particular message, which is this input, is provided by the human. So I'm using human message prompt template, and this is the answer given me by the LLM, and hence I'm using AI message prompt template to define the output. So this will tell LLM that this is the string that it is provided by the human, and this is the response which was provided by the LLM. So this is how LLM will differ using these different types of prompt templates. Similarly, if you want to provide a system prompt, then you can use system basis prompt template here as well. Now the things are same. Here you are providing examples in FewShot prompt and the example prompts. So here you provide all the examples, and the template that they will follow will be provided here. Now if you will see, if you format this, let's see how it looks like. So as you can see, this is the same like a chat message, right? So as you can see, it's coming like a chat message. Human, what is HTTP 1.1, then the response from AI, then another chat from human, and the response from AI. Now final prompt, you want to provide a new question, right? So you can use same thing like chat prompt template from messages, and then system, you are providing a system prompt here. You are a network expert. Then FewShot prompting, which provides all the examples, and then your questions, which is question is a variable. So as you can see, I have just first built the template. First build the templates for the prompt for the examples, and using those examples and then example prompt, I am building my final prompt in a chat-based manner as well. So here what I did, I created examples. I created the template for my examples. Then I created a prompt template out of it, which is this. Then I'm passing this FewShot prompt in between my system message and my new human message. So this is how you can use the FewShot chat message prompt templates in LangChain. Now if you will pass this question value at the runtime using format message, what it is HTTP3, then it will look something like this. So first you have a system message which is defining the role to an LLM. Then you have a human message AI message, which is your example that you have provided. Then again a human message and an AI message, which is the second example you are providing. And then finally your human message, which is your input to find the output. Now another type of prompt template is message placeholder. So if you remember my theory video, message placeholder is a technique where you provide the whole full history in the prompts, right? So you can use this type of prompting templates from LangChain for that purpose. So in message placeholder, you can just use it with other different types of prompt templates as well. So as you can see, I'm using chat prompt template here again. I am providing a system prompt and a human prompt, and in between I am using something called message placeholder and providing a variable name called chat history. So instead of doing this whole thing like providing examples and everything, you can also use the same technique to build similar kind of prompt. So here I'm using a message placeholder and I am building my chat history here using human message and AI message. So like a templates, like these templates, uh, human message prompt template and AI message prompt template, and using and calling from template, providing inputs and everything. You can directly use the human message and AI message classes provided by the LangChain. So if you remember from this example, these templates, human message prompt templates and system message prompt templates, they return you a output in system message. Similarly, human message prompt templates return you output in a human message form. Similarly, these prompt templates return you the output as AI message, right? So you can directly also use these classes to directly generate those output. So here I'm using the same to create my chat history. I'm using human message and AI message to provide an example, and this chat history I'm directly passing to my prompt template at the runtime. So here, while generating my final prompt, I'm passing the chat history as well as the new question, and this will look at the end something like this. So this is my system message, then I have a human message and an AI message which belongs to the example I have given, and then this is my final question. So this is another way to provide the history using a paragraph. So here I'm creating a prompt template using a system message, where I'm providing the role and everything to the prompt, to the LLM. So here in this only I'm just passing a variable name called history summary. So as you can see, I'm using a formatted string, and this history summary, and this is the summary or the previous conversation history, whatever you want to provide. You can just pass it as a paragraph, and in the system message you can also, or in a separate message, you can pass the history summary like this as well. So you don't have to follow the same patterns. You can create your own patterns, but you can use a prompt template inside another prompt template as well, or you can just use simple variables as well. So you can be creative about it. So here what I'm doing, I'm creating a system message using this class. In this I'm using a formatted string, and I'm passing this variable as history summary, which contains all my previous history. Then I'm creating a human message where I'm providing a question, which is a variable which I provide at the runtime, which is being passed here. Now if I run all this, if I run this, and if you will see the output here, first you have a system message and you have a conversation history in this as well. So because of these slashes, it's getting printed in the new lines. So conversation so far, this is your chat history, and then at the end you have your human question, which the LLM will answer. After this, you can just see, you don't have to provide all the variables in one go, right? You can also use partial prompt templates. So here I'm using a simple prompt templates, which is accepting two variables, which is topic as well as tone. So now you don't want to, if you want, you can just provide the input to one variable and save it, and you can just provide the value to another variable later at the runtime. So for which we use this partial method provided by the template. So here, as you can see, we have provided only the value to the tone, which is like beginner friendly, right? And later, if you want to, like for example, you have multiple topics and for all of them tone is same, then you don't have to provide this tone every time. You can just uh, provide it partially and save it in a variable, and then you can use those variable to provide the value for the topic every time. So here, as you can see, the tone is being set previously, and on top of that we are just passing topic value, which is being passed in the template. Now this is structured output prompt template. This is generally used with different parsers. So there are different parsers provided by the LangChain, for which I'll create another video. But for this video, just see, like If you want your output in a specific format like JSON or bulleted points or something like that, these type you can just pass your prompt like that, and you can just use parsers um, to get the output in that particular format, which we will see it in the future videos in this series. So this is nothing, just a simple prompt right now. Here I'm just providing points that the output should be JSON in this particular format, and this is just a simple prompt. So this is generally combined with output parsers provided by the LangChain. So one of the example, let's see right now. So when this is something called response schema provided by the LangChain. Here I am providing a response schema which is name and description. So name is something summary about it, and description is a short explanation for the topic. Now from the response schemas, I'm creating templates out of it. So I'm using structured output parser. This is one of the parser provided by the LangChain, and it just takes this schema and it will make sure that LLM provides the output in the similar manner in which you have defined the schemas. So I have created a parser, and then I've created a prompt template with the help of parser. So in this prompt template, I am providing a variable called topic, which I will provide at the runtime, which is HTTP2. Then this is something called format instructions, and we are providing input variables and partial variables as well. So for two things here. First thing is, like, format instructions is a predefined variable which is defined by LangChain, and you have to fill this variable using the parser output, and or the partial thing that we saw earlier today in this example, where we were providing the partial values, predefined partial values. You can also pass them in a param like this instead of using that method. So we will see all this in more detail when we will be looking into chains and parsers and loaders and everything. But for now, just keep these in mind, and maybe play with them as per your need. So here this format instruction, this is a predefined value provided by the LangChain. Here you will pass the prompt written by the parser here. So as you are using structured output parser, right? So using the schema that you are providing, it will add some instructions to your prompt, which we will see here. And this is my input variable, and this is my partial variable. So this input variable I will be providing while formatting the prompt, while I will be finalizing my prompt, and this is partial variable, so it will already be inserted into the prompt without this topic. So here I am saying parser.get format instructions. So what it will do, whatever the parser will return from this, whatever the schema we are providing to the structured output parser, it will just generate that into a text format. It will just generate the instructions out of it, so that LLM returns the output in that particular manner, and it will just pass it to your prompt. So initially your prompt is simple, like explain topic, which is like explain HTTP2. But after that you have this format instructions, right? So here the parser, whatever instructions that parser is returning, they will be added to your prompt, which are these. So as you can see, you have just provided the schema, right, which is name, name is summary, and the description of the field, the name is difficulty, and the description of the field. So basically you are saying it should be in this format, summary and summary and the difficulty, and summary should be explanation of the topic, and in the difficulty it should say it's a easy, medium, or a hard topic. So as you can see, this is added by the parser in your prompt. If you will read it, it's saying the output should be a markdown code snippet formatted by the following schema, including the leading and trailing JSON, and JSON is this. So it's expecting a JSON where summary is this string, and this is the description for this field, and difficulty is another field. It should be of string, and it should be easy, medium, or hard. So obviously all this you can pass explicitly as well in your prompt, like you can just write it as it is in your prompt. Instead of doing this, like instead of writing format instructions, you can just pass this whole string together. You can also do that, but LangChain makes it easy for you. So instead of writing this whole thing and writing big prompts so that to get the output in a specific format, you can just use parsers written by the LangChain, already there, and you can just get the output in the particular format. So I'm not saying like you have to use these parsers. You can build your own parsers as well. Like whenever the output comes from the LLM, you can just pass it to your own parser and get the output in a specific format. Or you can just provide special instructions here explicitly to get the output in a specific format. But all those validations and everything you have to do on your own. The benefit with the LangChain parsers is they also do the validations. Like many of them have retries as well. So if the output written by the LLM is not up to the mark, they retry it themselves. So all those things, if you want to handle, you can do on your own, or just use the LangChain to get all those functionalities out of the box. So this is about different types of templates for now. In the next video, we will mostly cover chains, where we will see how to pass these prompt templates into an LLM and get the output out of it. So first, before moving to the chains, I'll just cover the old way, the LangChain 0.1 way to create a chain or to pass this prompt templates into a LLM without a chain. Then we will see how chains are helpful to us and how they make things easier in passing these prompts to the LLM and then passing it to the parser and everything, and getting the output in a specified format. So please like, share and subscribe if you like my video, and see you in the next video.